Have you ever seen two things happen one after the other and thought, aha, first thing caused the second thing, even though you didn't have real evidence, just a gut feeling? Or have you seen someone add a last-second excuse to save a weak claim? Today we'll learn two easy-to-mix-up mistakes, post-hoc and ad-hoc. By the end, you'll spot them fast, and you'll argue smarter. First off, do you remember what a fallacy is? Think back to our earlier videos on that topic. Of course, many of you watching already know, but if you've forgotten, or this is your first time here, let's take a quick moment to recap. A fallacy is a thinking mistake. It sounds right at first, but the reasoning underneath it isn't solid. We all fall for fallacies sometimes. That's totally normal. The goal is to spot them early and replace them with clearer, stronger thinking, such as the two fallacies we're about to look at next. Post-hoc means, because B happened after A must have caused B. But timing alone doesn't prove a cause, and just as we said in earlier videos, correlation is not causation, it's the same idea. Two things might happen close together, but that doesn't mean one made the other happen. If it rains every time you forget your umbrella, it's not the umbrella's fault. Example 1. You wear your lucky socks, your team wins. It was the socks, or maybe the team just played better, the socks didn't score. Example 2. School. A new teacher starts, test scores go up next month. It was the new teacher, maybe. Or maybe the unit got easier, or students studied more, or there was extra help after school, or maybe all the parents got together and took their kids' video games and cell phones away until they finished their homework. Hey, it could happen, right? Example 3. A new coffee shop opens, your store's sales drop. It's because of the coffee shop. Maybe. But maybe it rained that week or you raised prices or a big road was closed. But sure, blame the lattes. The mistake, we see a sequence and jump to a cause. The fix, look for other reasons. Ask, if A didn't happen, could B still happen? And test, if the socks work, they should work next time too. But don't be surprised if they never do. Ad-hoc comes from Latin for this. The ad-hoc fallacy happens when a claim is about to fail, and we glue on a new excuse to save it, an excuse that we can't really check. This bracelet cures headaches. Test shows no effect. It actually works only if you truly believe, and only when Mercury is in retrograde. That's a bolt-on excuse, made to save the claim, not to test it. The real reason? People want to believe, especially if the cure's cheaper than a doctor visit. The mistake, adding a special excuse after bad results, just to protect the claim. The fix, if you add an idea, make sure it predicts something we can check next time. Why people mix them up. Post-hoc and ad-hoc can sound like twins. Both deal with cause and explanation, and both can trick our brains in similar ways. Post-hoc mistakes the order of events for proof of cause. Ad-hoc mistakes a weak claim for a strong one by gluing on excuses to protect it. In both cases, we want the world to make sense, so our minds rush to fill in the blanks. Sometimes it's pride. We don't want to be wrong. Sometimes it's comfort. It feels better to have an answer, even if it's the wrong one. But real thinking means slowing down and asking, wait, do I actually have evidence for this, or just a story that fits? How to tell them apart. Quick tests. Ask these. Post-hoc check. Am I saying A caused B just because A came before B? Did I rule out other reasons? Can I test it again to see if A really changes B? Ad-hoc check. Did I add a new rule only after seeing bad results? Can this new rule be tested by itself? Does this rule help me guess what will happen next time? Example 2. Big prediction. Aliens will land on July 1st. Nothing happens. They did, but the government hid it. Now no test can prove it false. That's not learning, that's hiding. Ah yes, the old invisible aliens and secret files theory. Classic move. It's a form of self-denial. And you know what they say? Denial isn't just a river in Africa. Sorry, couldn't resist the dad joke. A fortune teller predicts that you'll meet your soulmate next Friday. Friday comes and goes. Ah, she says, you actually did meet them. You just didn't realize it yet. That's the ad-hoc fallacy at work. The claim failed, so a new excuse gets glued on to save it. And if the week after that she adds, the universe is simply aligning more slowly this month, you're seeing another patch added to the patch. If she were really psychic though, wouldn't she have predicted this whole explanation too? And while we're at it, ever wonder why psychics don't win the lottery more often? Oh yeah. When extra ideas are okay. Sometimes adding an extra idea isn't a fallacy, it's how science improves. Example, this headache pill works only above 200 milligrams. Great, that can be tested. If it works, you've learned something real. Good add-ons are clear, checkable, and help us predict better next time. That's the difference between fixing an idea and protecting it. Recap and memory tricks. Quick recap. Post-hoc means after, therefore because of. It mistakes timing for proof. Ad-hoc means for this. It adds a new excuse when the first story fails. Easy way to remember. Post-hoc looks backward in time, blaming what came before. Ad-hoc looks forward in panic, adding something after. When you're not sure, ask yourself these 3 questions. What else could cause this? If my story is true, what new thing should we see next time? How would I know if I'm wrong? Use those 3, and you'll catch both fallacies fast. Spot an example this week, at school, at work, in ads, or in your feed, and drop it in the comments. So remember, don't twist facts to protect a story. When reality disagrees, listen to it. Excuses only delay truth, and truth always catches up. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe for more clear thinking. New episodes daily where we break down fallacies and build up logic. So yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.